This video is going to be about me fulfilling my years-long dream of exploring the inner city of Lahore. So we began our journey at 2 p.m, leaving home to explore the Androon Sheher. On the way, we crossed these beautiful roads lined with trees on both sides, and I love shady roads because there is something deeply soothing about them. We also saw many old buildings, easily noticeable due to their red bricks, an important characteristic of all construction done during the British rule. It's amazing to see how much the landscape of a single city can change so drastically once you step out of the Kent. This is undoubtedly the heart of Lahore, with remnants of the Mughal Empire as well as British imperialism. We reached Delhi Gate, and this is the point where you need to park your car and begin the journey on foot. Once you enter these arches, you will see these vibrant souvenir shops on your right, which contain many adorable and colorful gifts like handmade candles, traditional coasters, trays, decoration pieces, and keychains. I will say though that as these shops are for the purpose to attract tourists, you might find that the stuff is a bit overpriced, but it sure is a treat for the eyes. So if you're someone who likes to collect unique art pieces or just something to remember your adventures by, you should definitely pay these shops a visit. But this was not what we're here for. We were here to see Sadequin ki baithak, an intimate and cozy cafe built to commemorate the memory of the legendary Pakistani artist. This place was indeed the highlight of my day. It was dark, classic, with an intriguing vibe. It was decorated with so much care. As you can see, there were candles and vintage clocks, printed cushions and beaded tassels. This blend of modernity and traditionalism is something I absolutely worship. The baithak also had a wonderfully decorated rooftop with peacock feathers and pomegranate candles. It had the scent of fennel seeds and rose water and seemed like something Kamila Shamsi or Elif Shafak would write about. A lot of people started coming in after us, and a handsome elderly couple were sitting in front of us, and when the man saw the rooftop, he exclaimed, "Oh wow, this is an oasis in the middle of the jungle." And I mean, he described it perfectly. It really was a hidden gem in the midst of crowded inner city Lahore, perfect for lovers of history and culture and elegance. There was a kind lady here who told us that she belonged to a foundation which works to restore important historical artifacts in Pakistan, and especially the life and work of Sadequin. If you don't know, he was one of the most talented Pakistani calligraphers and artists who produced more than 15,000 works. He was commissioned to paint a mural on the ceiling of Lahore Museum, and he had to tilt his neck and hands in order to paint it, which caused his fingers to become crooked and stiff. You could say that he was the Michelangelo of Pakistan, which is the perfect reason to keep his memory alive. Downstairs, there were black and white pictures depicting the life of the famed artist, along with aesthetic hardcover books on the wooden tables. The interior design of this baithak was impeccable, but another friendly reminder that they will charge you if you want to photograph the place, so keep that in mind if you plan to visit. I think that in a city like Lahore that has so much potential to be marketed as a tourist destination, provided that its history is restored, places like Sadequin's baithak are doing a great job of playing their part. They have managed to create a peaceful atmosphere while maintaining a certain cultural integrity. You can enjoy a cup of tea or two with your friends and also appreciate the past that surrounds you. In my opinion, you get the best of both worlds. You can see that this place is full of adorable trinkets. But with that, we say goodbye to our oasis in the jungle. We say goodbye to Sadequin's baithak and continue the journey to our next destination. This is Masjid Wazir Khan, our second destination for the day. I got a pleasant surprise to see so many artists with their canvases in the courtyard of the mosque. Some of them were even painting live in front of everyone. It was a beautiful contrast, the impressive and ancient building standing tall and proud, with determined and talented artists sitting in front of it with their own masterpieces. The mosque was built in the 17th century and it became the emperor's favorite place to offer his congregational Friday prayers. The architecture of this mosque is breathtaking, as you can probably see. The frescoes are extremely intricate with brown, blue, and yellow details. The walls are covered in calligraphy. The style is a mixture of Persian, Central Asian, and Mughal architecture, which is exactly what makes this place a unique blend of cultures. I only wish that a place as magnificent as this would be restored and renovated properly so that its original grandeur is only exemplified. And while I was walking around the mosque, a single quote kept ringing in my ears, and you may have read it before, but it says, "The world is littered with the ruins of empires who thought they were eternal," which means that the world is full of grand places with memories of the empires who thought they would last forever, and they didn't, which means that we won't as well. And visiting places like these is always a good idea to remind yourself of your own mortality and to remind yourself that no matter how beautiful and grand and opulent we are, there is always a place in the pages of history for people like us. There were also a lot of souvenir shops just outside Masjid Wazir Khan with beautiful paintings, painted tote bags, and calligraphy frames. Even some traditional clothes, so you can always buy this amazing stuff from there if you are planning to visit the mosque. Our third and final stop for the day was the Shahi hamam. You need to buy a ticket to get into this place, but the fee is very nominal. Only 50 rupees for adults and 20 rupees for students. This place had one of the most impressive ceilings I have ever seen, and the patterns on the walls were so delicate and symmetrical. As the name suggests, this place was for the royals and the elite to come and have a bath or to have a relaxing time. The old brick structure suggested a very organized system, and some information cards that were on display explained that how even centuries ago there was a system for hot water in this hammam. The water was heated in furnaces and the steam was then used to warm the structure itself. There were also some artifacts on display from the Mughal era in the Shahi hamam. And finally, our exciting and immersive experience came to an end. It was a perfect day out, one that I will definitely think and dream about more than once.